Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2. I am the Mysterious JG, and last time we took on 6 of the 10 Thunder Plains Tower calibration games. Took several tries to beat one of Riku's, but we managed to perfectly calibrate 5. There's one that we have failed to perfectly calibrate, and I'm not really going to bother to go back. So yeah, we have to take on 4 more, and we don't have to beat them, we just have to take them on. But that 10th one in particular, I'm going to see. If I get pretty close on the first try on any of these, I might see if I can push through just to get better prizes. But the garment grid is the main thing, and we've got that, definitely. So. Oh, Riku, yes. Oh, man! There's no... Yeah, this is not happening. I can pretty much guarantee you. Unless the speed is much more forgiving, which it might be. They might double up the number of buttons you have to figure out and then make the speed more forgiving, and that could work. Because it was the speed was the big issue in the last one. But if the speed is as fast as it was last time, then there's just no freaking way. Oh, that counted as 2 misses because the new on-screen input had popped up. I gotta be able to make it more than... Let's see, 25 to 29 gets you a better prize. Cerulean ring. I'll take one more shot just because it kind of all fell apart at one time there. Because I got 2 misses on one attempt because it still had me... I tried to, once I knew I'd done it wrong, I tried to put in the command again without checking to see, because yeah, if it says up plus R1 and you miss it, what? That was bull. That was, I hit one button and not the other quite fast at the same time. I want to see if I can at least get up into the 20s. It's even worse. I guess they at least are doing it so that it's a left-hand button and a right-hand button. They're not doing like press left and right at the same time. Which, you know, that would be tricky. Got up to 19. 15 through 19. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the prizes. I'd have to get all the way up to 25 to make it better. So fuck it. I'm done. We attempted it. That's what we need to do in order to get the garment grid at this point. Hey, treasure chest, which you seem to notice last time we went through. Scored! Ether times 2. So this will be a pain one, and it should be fucking impossible. I hate the pain ones, probably most of all. Riku's are also pretty bad. Yuna pretty obviously is the one that I'm best at. These things start going absurdly fast by the end. That gets me a Null Blaze ring, whatever. Yeah, it's just it's the ones that are based on reaction time. I would be going nuts trying to like. Certainly couldn't do any kind of commentary while trying to concentrate hard enough to beat the things to input the buttons as fast as you need to for that. Now here we go. Right. Oh, well, it's starting off easy enough. Down, down. Right, square. Down, L1. Square, triangle. Right, circle. Right, triangle. Circle, X. R1, triangle. Great commentary, I know. Write down your answers. Up, right. Triangle, right, circle. Circle, R1, L1. I guess this would be hard if you were like in an environment where you couldn't talk, like you had the sound down and there's other people in the room. Because for me, saying it out loud makes it way easier to remember. Left, L1, right. Triangle, up, circle. I'll do that when I have to remember a lengthy number sequence. I'll say it out loud a couple of times before I try to punch it in. Down, triangle, up. Up, square, triangle. I guess that could be the challenge. Eventually they just pop up faster and you can see them. Down, right, down. I think that's where we're heading. Left, triangle, X. Circle, square, up, up. R1, R1, circle, triangle. Square, down, circle, right. Circle, right. Circle, left, circle, triangle. Circle, square, right, left. Left, square, circle, up. R1. Left, square, circle, up. R1. Left, down, R1, right, down. Left, down, R1, right, down. Okay. Down, square, square, right, down. Down, square, square, right, down. Circle, up, X, R1, right. Circle, up, X, R1, right. Okay, yeah, I was getting nervous at the end there. 5 appears to be my right about where I'm gonna lose it. Now there's a 10th tower that's kind of like hidden, and I think you're supposed to go talk. And now that's a real kick in the teeth too. Like how the hell are you supposed to know there's a hidden tower? But I think you got to talk to the dude about the towers. And that's, again, playing this years ago without game facts, I always kind of assumed you wouldn't get the last tower until you got perfect scores on the first 9, but that's not the case. These little cactuar things, which were important in Final Fantasy X. Did we already do this one? Oh, yeah, this is this one. Oops. Hopefully, okay, I think I gotta do it now just to make sure that I get as good a score as I was getting before, in case it remembers your last score, not your best score. But I did not intend to come back and do this again. But I know that the hidden one's kind of off to the screen left. Well, I was still in the same zone. So I got like the second best prize, or no, the third best prize on that one. See, See, there's a tower over there. That looks like another tower, but it's too far away to tell. You'll have to get a little closer before you can be sure. Get a little closer, don't be shy. So I guess you are messing around over here. You know, it would be really cool to actually beat this one. I don't know if it makes you go out to 5 in the memory game when you're doing it backwards. Close as I think I'm going to be able to get. I don't think we're allowed to interact with this thing, are we? Can we jump up on it or something? Remote calibration. Memorize the sequence of buttons that appear on screen. Input phase, input in reverse order. Okay, I understand how it works. Triangle, right. Right triangle. Up, R1. R1 up. L1, R1. R1, L1. Square, right. Right square. R2, L1. I didn't think R2 and R1 revolved. Up, R2. Down, square. Oh, if they keep it at 2, I'm fine, but I don't think they will. L2, down. Left, square. R2, L1. Right, R2. Down, R2, left. Left, R2, down. Left, R1, R2. R2, R1, left. Right, triangle, circle. Circle, triangle, right. Right, R1, left. R1, L1, triangle. Triangle, R2, R1, R2. R2, R1, triangle. This is getting really hard. Up, R2, R2, down. X, left, up, L2. R1, down, triangle, L1. Square, down, R2, triangle. R2, square, down, down, square. Down, circle, L2, up. Down. Down, up, L2. R1, circle? No, fuck. Circle, left, down, square, right. Circle, left, down. Okay. Left, right, R2. Left, right, R2. I think I'll try to remember the first 3. L1, R1, up. L1, R1, up. L1, R1, up. L1, R1, up. So it'll be up, R1, L1. Okay. R2, square, up. 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 Oh, time it out. Fuck. L1, triangle, square. L1, triangle, square. L1, triangle, square. L1, triangle, square. Triangle, L2, triangle. 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 Okay. R2, L2, triangle, R2, L2 triangle, R2, L2 triangle, R2, L2 triangle, R2, L2 triangle. I'm boned though because there's more R2, L2 triangle. They threw out fucking 6 at the end. I got a Tetra bracelet instead of a ribbon. I don't know, man. 6? I got up to hit 26 before they started throwing out 6 in a row for me to remember backwards. I don't know without having a pencil and paper and trying to write these things down. I don't know. I mean, I think I did pretty good getting into the second best. And ribbons you can get other ways. I think you can win ribbons as prizes and other things. But we now attempted all the towers. We had perfect calibration on enough to earn the garment grid. So I'm not sure when we get the garment grid. And then in Chapter 5 you get individual prizes from the towers, but the garment grid we get right now. Just by I'm pretty sure we just go and talk to this guy and he gives us the freaking garment grid. And we get silence grades, which are awesome sounds, I'm sure. Man, I was pretty happy with myself, and then they like cranked it up to you have to do 6 from memory backwards. I'm like, no. Don't think this is gonna happen. Not convinced this is gonna go down. How's my calibration progress? You did. You calibrated every last one of them. Thanks. You really came through for me. And to top it off, you even calibrated some of the towers perfectly. Here, this is for your help. I want you to have it. I got the Samurai Honor Garment Grid. If there's any towers that aren't perfectly calibrated yet, you just leave them like they are. I don't mind. So they're basically telling you, don't drive yourself nuts. You keep working on the towers if you like, but I'm all at present, so don't expect much. So we got 20. Okay, so you can actually go back and check how each one is. You need to get 25 or above gets you the second best prize. 30 is the perfect prize. 25 or above is the next best prize. So for somebody, and then it's like 15 or above. So like we would have to crank our score on the ones where we got like into teens or 19. Yeah, it's not just like, oh, getting it to 20 you get a better prize. No, we'd have to get like up to 25. So I'm quite pleased that we got up to here. But honestly, I've made a few mistakes just getting to that point, and you need to get like 4 of those. I don't see it happening. Now without me sitting there with a pencil and paper. Trying to come up with some system where I can write them out really fast and then pick it up and keep going. And it's the kind of thing where like, if I'm sitting there with the controller in hand and like Bobo or somebody was sitting there writing them down and then reading to me backwards, because the time it takes me to set down and pick up the controller, I would lose it. So forget it. Not worth it. And yeah, with the Pains minigame, where there's like 3, I mean, you could get like a whole cadre of people could sit in as a group. Like, I'll hold the controller and I'll just stare at the controller. All right, Bob, you look at the left one. Joe, you look at the middle one. Sally, you look at the right one. And if yours flashes, you call out its name. And you know, yeah, ridiculous. The Riku one, on the other hand, there's just no fucking thing that you can do except practice until you get absurdly good at this dumbass Final Fantasy II minigame that is not worth the stress that, you know, you would put into it. So that being said, where do we want to go next? Well, if we just kind of hop back on the airship, I guess we'll probably get dialogue with our gal pals. Yuna perfectly calibrated 3 towers, everybody else perfectly calibrated, well, actually, I think Riku perfectly calibrated 2, and I think Pain probably perfectly calibrated 2. She might have perfectly calibrated 1. I don't really remember.
Don't worry, those repairs should be enough to keep the towers going. What's wrong? Are you still worried about the towers? I'm worried about the fact that we haven't been doing any fucking spear hunting lately. And I'm worried that you're not worried about that.
So, where could we travel to? We could go to Luca. She lives on the 2nd floor. All we get there is a scene. There's a popular spear cast coming out of Luca. Oh, I remember this. This is stupid. I don't understand the freaking point of this at all. Oh, but, I guess if I wanted to make you guys sit through more of the publicity minigame, this would be one of the places that we're supposed to do it. Because we already did it in Besaid. You can't do it in Kilika in Chapter 2. Doesn't take too long when you got... Well, it doesn't take too long here. You don't need a charm bank or anything. So, lady's sitting by herself on a bench. Oh, she's not sitting by herself. Oh, are you a lady? I guess you're a lady. Luck be a lady tonight. Open air, get your hair on. Do it. Do it now. Then, lady sitting with a guy. Just like the cute open air, yes. I'm sorry, it seems like you're intentionally like you're doing this parody of how another race of sentient beings in your world speaks, and other people are like, yeah, that really makes me want to participate in the entertainment product that you're selling. Go downstairs. At some point we're gonna trigger a stupid cinematic. Here it is. For some reason I found this one of the most irritating like changes of a character of all.
Hello and good afternoon, Luca. This is Shalinda bringing you all the latest news from throughout Spira.
So why are you...
These days, everyone's talking about the groups battling throughout Spira for control of the
So
spheres.
Shalinda turned into a news
Let's
reporter.
start with the Youth League. From its leader, Maven Nuge, on down, their ranks are made up mostly of former Crusaders. Fresh off its
Changing
attack on
cameras,
Kilika Temple,
try to throw her
the
off.
Youth League is sending shockwaves throughout Spira. Pairing off against them is none other than New Yevon. And now, here's today's special guest, High Summoner Yuna.
I guess I kind of brought this on myself by talking to her.
Break a leg.
I'll break your leg, bitch.
Hey, blitz balls.
Lady Yuna, your concert the other day was nothing short of spectacular.
That wasn't me.
Well,
that
it was
wasn't me.
sort
I
of
ain't no
me up there,
fortunate one.
but not exactly.
If you're a
Puzzling words,
reporter
to be
now,
sure.
why are you still dressed
And
as a
speaking of
priestess of
puzzling,
Yevon?
why the sudden career change to spear hunting?
I could ask you the same question,
It sounds
except
like you caused quite a stir with that disappearing act you pulled on Besaid.
why are you
And
suddenly
I'm
a
very
news
sorry
reporter?
about that.
Rumor has it you left the island looking for clues about a certain young man. Anything you can share with us?
Well, I can share that the secret to a new career is dressing, like, you know, a new person and not just retaining your old outfits indefinitely.
I just want to check real quick. I don't know if these answers make any difference. So I'm just wondering. Trigger a scene. Press R1. Shalinda will hold a short interview with Yuna, and I get a garment grid. Okay, it doesn't seem like it matters. That's right, those are only rumors.
It's a secret. You're not allowed to know about my love life.
Very hush-hush. Sounds intriguing.
It's a long story.
That you're not allowed
I'm
to hear.
sure it is. One can only imagine the fascinating tales that led to you becoming the leader of the Gullwings.
Speaking of tales,
Turns around and moves the camera.
I am the leader. Me! Goldwings, we rock you!
Whoa! This thing on?
It's taping 2 more arms right now.
oh, you
This
talk
is
about
just
me
a
and
toy
Shalinda that way.
compared to the things I've invented.
He's inventing
Tell
lots
us,
of toys.
is it true that the Gullwings have thrown their support behind New Yevon?
That statement is kind of true, but not really. No!
are you still
We don't
dressed
want to
in
get
Yevon
caught up
clothes?
in other people's problems.
Robes, I mean, stuff.
So many questions left to ask, but I'm afraid we're out of time.
I have an exclusive interview with
Our
the person who
thanks
saved
to
the world
today's guests,
and her
High Summoner
mysterious
Yuna and the
rogue army
Gullwings.
faction. But I gotta cut this off and talk to somebody else because you guys are just boring me.
Poof.
Not bad.
Oof.
You should have joined in too.
Yeah, it was more fun watching.
I like to
Lady
watch.
Una, great interview. Thank you so much for helping me out.
We didn't give you a lot of choice.
This isn't much, but consider it a token of my gratitude.
You got the Priestess of Yevon outfit that is her only possession. But it's
So,
not good.
how long you been doing this?
Well, after the calm
I'm not
came,
interviewing you.
the temples were in decline. At first, I thought the best thing I could do would be to help the temples get back on their feet.
Then I decided,
But
fuck a bunch of
everyone
Yevon.
just ordered me around. I got tired of it.
You couldn't just tell them no?
No, I work for a news organization.
That's
Nobody
the
pushes
part
me
of me I
around.
wanted to change. I made up my mind to leave the temple and come here to Luca.
That makes sense.
They needed people for this and they asked me to help. So, here I am.
Another job you were asked to do?
I suppose nothing about me has really changed after all.
But I do get to grin happily now.
I gotta run. My next assignment is about to start. See you later, Lady Una.
And you leather-dressed woman who just crushed my dreams
You
that
can
I've
tell she
grown.
enjoys it.
Sounds a bit like uni, don't you think?
I don't complain.
Really?
I get even.
Sounds more like Pain, actually. Pain complains all the time, but apparently is still here.
Boy, that was dumb.
Dr.
Anyway.
B, care to give us your opinion?
The hardest person to know is yourself.
Dr. P.
Hey, cut that out.
As Una begs the question, why do I need 2 squad mates at all for this adventure? Why can't I just travel around and take care of this shit on my own? I guess before we call it a video, I'll just finish off with the publicity campaign in Luca. There's not a whole lot to be done. I talked to a little boy standing next to whatever this monument is. Oh, maybe that's you running around, but it says standing. Well, yeah, it's you. So, 2, 3, 4. He's totally pumped. Guy in brown sitting at a bench. He wants us to mock the high fellow. I hate the high fellow. Thanks for mocking them. Go down and guy in light green randomly walking in from left to right. Yeah, that's right. We have that central area where people are like walking, doing like Scooby-Doo chase, where they walk in from the left and then leave, exit to the right, and then appear up and exit down without us seeing any. Yeah. So it's a guy in light green bandana. That's you, I think. Or no, I guess it was that guy. You don't have a bandana, right? It was you, because you were wearing goggles, but this guy thinks it's a bandana. Alright, third option, open air, get your air on, get your shine on. It's Birdman Loves, folks. Up, Birdman. You want second option for both of these minigames. And a lady will appear. And I'll go down and exit left. What happens when we talk to you? You're probably selling potions and shit. Oh god, she's selling spear break? Okay, never mind. I was like wondering if I was gonna get drawn into a game, but I didn't dare not find out. Okay, a lady will appear from right and exit on the screen. Wait, what? Down the stair from the above point and exit left the dock area. Oh, never mind. I was going the right way. Exciting way to end the video, this. But hey, man, I got some of those irritating stuff all packed together into one video with finishing off the Thunder Plains tower bullshit, and that was not as painful as I was afraid it would be, because mostly of the fact that you don't have to get perfect scores on, you only have to get perfect scores on half of them, and if you're willing to give up the ribbon, which I feel a little bad about it, that is a gold level accessory, very, very good to have, but there's other ways that we can get it. Although getting 3 of them is gonna not be a quick and easy thing to do. too. He's totally pumped. Okay, so while I got it open, I'm gonna check the overarching fact that I looked after chit chat with. Okay, fortunately, Blitzball's still unavailable. You can do Spear Break if you want. Fuck that. We went to Mihan already. The next place where you can do PR stuff is... Oh. And they give you a warning. For whatever reason in Chapter 2, we want to go to the Mushroom Rock Road and wander into the Mihan High Road from there. Because there will be something happening where it gets blocked off. And I'm wondering now if Mihan High Road is... no, it's a side quest. It's not a main thing. Whatever. Alright, next time, folks. Only one person weighed in when I asked about whether I should showcase this on screen every single time. And they said, nah, you probably shouldn't. And, but I don't know, my thought process has been, well, you know, if they don't want to watch it, I'm going to watch it. And sometimes I say zany, amusing stuff. This is again, I think it was, God, was it High Priest Funeral or All Dragon? If it was All Dragon who said, maybe you shouldn't show this every time, then, then I can really bust his chops. I mean, I love All Dragon, but he like me tends to play these JRPGs that have a lot of like really lengthy, silly side quests. He'd be like, this is payback for making us watch you like navigate through the waterworks of oh god, I can't remember the name of the frickin' planets in Xenosaga. It's like New Miltia's waterworks and like 8 hours worth of trying to find out where to go down there because you didn't know. But I think not only is that not a fair comparison because he's not doing the same mini game over and over again in different acts, but it's also not a fair comparison to make because I'm pretty sure it was High Priest Funeral who told me not to showcase this every time, not Old Dragon, but I don't remember getting my YouTubers mixed up. Anyway, folks, calling it a video. When we come back, well, maybe we'll go to Guado Salam next. Get a little bit of, although actually it looks like there's, I mean, I don't mean to cheat by looking at this fact, but I just want to make sure I don't accidentally trigger a plot mission and cut something off. But it looks like there is like semi-interesting, I mean by the standards of this game, stuff to do in the Mihan High Roads, so could just go there next time. Whatever, folks. I'm Mysterious CG. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.